What's up, guys? Okay, so I don't know how much reviewing I'm going to do this week of actual firearms. I'll probably just tell you about what I see at SHOT Show as I watch these videos. I wish I was there. I hope to go next year. I would have liked to have went this year, but just couldn't make it. So I hope to go next year. But as I see stuff that interests me, that I think might interest you guys as I get information on it, I'll pass that along to you. And today, I seen the first gun that I am going to buy from SHOT Show right off the bat. Honest Outlaw actually did a review of this gun today. I'm sure a lot of you all follow him. And as soon as I seen it go up, I was like, wow. I didn't even know that was in the works. Of course, that's the way it is. You don't never know what's coming out until it's come out, unless you're one of the people like he was to get one early. But what am I talking about? I am talking about the Smith & Wesson M&P 5.7. Everybody seems to be coming out with a 5.7 nowadays. 5.7 has been out for quite a while, 20 plus years, I guess. I actually have an FN 5.7, one of the older pistols. I have a PS90, so I have several thousand rounds of 5.7, so I'm good to go with that. So I want this pistol. Now, if you don't have 5.7 ammo, that stuff ain't cheap. It's between $40 and $50 a 50, so it's about $1 a round almost-ish. So that might, influence whether you want to purchase a new firearm and a new caliber, especially one that can get this pricey. But let's get into it a little bit. I want to kind of show you what the gun looks like. I have some pictures that I can throw up here as I talk about it. And at the end, I'll tell you what made me just want this pistol. There is a reason that I want this one. And I'll tell you what that is, because I was just thinking about doing something to my 5.7 FN. And this one already has it. And it just doesn't make, money sense or sense money-wise to do what I was going to do. So let's get into it. All right. So this first picture you're seeing right here is of the barrel. And Smith & Wesson calls this their tempo barrel. And from what I can understand and from what I've seen online, there is like an outer sleeve and there's an inner barrel. And the barrel rotates, kind of like some of the H&Ks and stuff from what I understand. The barrel rotates. Now, I don't think they do. It was actually like, I think a Beretta, like the PX4 Storm. I think it rotates, but I don't think it has a sleeve it rotates in. This one actually rotates in a sleeve, and it stays there long enough for the bullet to form into the barrel for its cycles. They said Smith & Wesson was talking about how that would cause some malfunctions, so they designed it where the bullet would form factor to like the barrel before it actually let the barrel unlock, if my understanding is correct. And from what it looked like the outer sleeve of the barrel was the part that was threaded, and we'll get into that here in just a minute. But this is a unique barrel design, especially to the M&P line. If you also notice right below where it says 5.7 by 28, you can see that it's an unusual like takedown lever slide lock type lever right there. And from my understanding, this gun does not come apart like a regular M&P. It comes apart more like what Honest Outlaw said was like a CZ, but I'm assuming like a CZ or maybe like an HK USP or P30 or something like that, if you're familiar with those, where you drive the pin out the side and then the slide comes off. I'm not sure if that pin is retained like it is on a lot of HKs or if it comes completely out like the CZ. I'm not sure, but that is different on how this pistol is taken down. Now next you'll see this grip. To me, this grip looks really nicely stippled, but it almost does not look as stippled as like the M&P 2.0, like 9 millimeters and other M&P 2.0 pistols. Those are almost too aggressive. This one to me does not look that aggressive, and I wish they would tone that down a little bit, because to me, it's almost so aggressive you can't, carry it. It just acts like sandpaper unless you're going to have an undershirt on underneath it, which I don't do that. So this one looks like it's toned down a little bit, and I really much appreciate that. Now this next photo, you can see that you can get this pistol in a safety or a non-safety version. So you can see the safety on this one in the back. I don't think those safeties are actually big enough for you to ride. I can't see the other side of the pistol, but it doesn't look to me that your forward thumb on your strong hand could actually ride on top of that, like let's say a 2011 or a 1911. It looks a little small for that to me. Me personally, I would want the non-safety version. But if you want safeties, they do offer it. It does come in 3-dot night sight. You can see it has serrations in the back to help with glare. And the most obvious thing in this photo is it is optic cut. Now, from my understanding is this one does not have plates, and the gun is so thin. The 5.7 round is thin, and the grip is especially thin. That was another thing I forgot to mention in the other photo, is how thin this grip is. It'll be a little fat, like front to back, because that round is longer, but it's very thin. And since my thinking is since this is so thin, is they cut this for the Wesson 5.7K style optics, the smaller ones. And it mounts directly to the slide. From my understanding, it does not use plates, and I much prefer that over plates, in my opinion. It may not give you as much, options on what optics you can mount, but I much prefer to mount mine straight to the plate. Now, next you can see the trigger. It's kind of a dingus style trigger. But it doesn't have that full Glock where it comes all the way down the bottom. It just has it more in the center. Also on this one, you can see the mag release on the right-hand side of the pistol. From my understanding as well, that is reversible. So if you're left-handed, you can switch that mag release to the opposite side of the pistol and use it left-handed. I have heard, or Honest Outlaw did say, that these triggers are even better than they are on the metal guns. So I'm expecting a phenomenal trigger from this. Also, with that roller lock barrel, he said, and it uses a gas system. It's not a blowback. It actually uses a gas system. And he said it was way lighter shooting than even like the 5.7s or the Ruger 5.7 pistol or the Palmetto State Armory one. He said that gas system just makes this thing one of the least recoil pistols that he had ever shot. Now, you see in this photo right here, there's your threaded barrel with the thread protector. He did say that he was having some issues with his coming off, so you might want to order like an O-ring or something to go on that. I just ordered some O-rings from like Blacklist Industries or something like that, and I think they were literally like $5 for like a 5-pack or something. So readily available. Just put one of those on there, and that should stop it from working itself off. And then you can see the top slide serrations and the millwork in the top to lighten that slide for recoil. All right, so that's what the pistol looks like. I think it's a really good looking pistol. I have several M&P pistols. I don't consider myself an M&P guy. That's not the first thing I pick up when I go carry, especially the 2.0s. I just think they're a little rough. This one looked like it did not quite have that much texture on the grip. But the main reason I want to pick this gun up, so in Honest Outlaw's video, he guessed that the MSRP of this would be somewhere around $700. Which means you'll probably be able to find it on this, the market as your local dealer for, a little over $600 if I was guessing. Well, it already comes with a threaded barrel. I like the gas system where it even tames the recoil even more. 5.7 really doesn't have any recoil, but if I can get it even lighter, why not? I'll take it. It just makes it that much more fun to shoot. But with the threaded barrel, I have a suppressor that I can put on this. I don't know how quiet it'll make it. I've always wondered how quiet I could get 5.7. And I was really thinking about purchasing a threaded barrel for my 5.7 pistol. On the flip side of that, those things are almost $400 just for the barrel. For just a couple $100 more or just a little more, I can have a whole nother pistol that already has a threaded barrel. Plus, I'm an optics person. I do consider myself an optic man. I put optics on everything. A bunch of my pistols, almost all of them have optics on them. And I can't put an optic on the FN. The new ones you can, the Gen 3s, but I can't put it on mine. Mine is not optic cut. This one is already optic cut. You don't have to worry about that. I can throw an optic on that. I would imagine a 5.7, as accurate as they are, would be stupid accurate with this. These sights are much preferred over my 5.7 in my opinion. It has real tall sights. They're really fat on my gun, and it takes away from some of the, pinpoint accuracy. And with a dot, you can dial that dot down, make it really small, have some crazy accuracy. So just being able to optic cut this, or this one already being optic cut, so I can put an optic on it. And I love the Wesson 5.7Ks. I've never had an issue with them. I run them on a lot of my pistols. I'm very familiar with those. You can have just a dot or a circle dot or however you want to run it. Love those little dots. You can even get the little EPS carry that's got the same footprint. So it's the complete enclosed dot. It should fit on there as well. As long, and with numerous other brands of dots, there should be, several other brands that use that footprint. But with that, it should be such a fun and accurate gun. And one other thing I forgot to mention, the mag capacity, 22+1. I mean, it even has more than the FN, mainly because that probably has that plastic magazine, just like Glock. If Glock would go to like a metal magazine, it would greatly increase their magazine capacity. But this is an all metal magazine, and it holds 22+1. That is a lot of 5.7 traveling pretty quick. That's a pretty hot round. There again, that is first thing I seen from SHOT Show, and I was like, I'm buying one. I've actually already called my local gun store to see if they had one, because last year I was able to pick up a Canic Rival right off the bat. As soon as they dropped it, he had one. I went straight up there and picked it up. Unfortunately, they didn't have one of these. So hopefully in the next few days I can get to getting one of them, and the weather will actually clear up, because it's been doing nothing but raining. That's why you've not seen a lot of gun shooting content on here, because my range is just straight up mud and rain, and it's hard to video in the rain because you get water on the camera and stuff. So as soon as it clears up a little bit, hopefully I can pick one of these up. I have a lot of new guns to review. I picked up like 6 or 8 in the last few weeks. So we have a lot of them coming. Stay tuned for those. I don't want to spoil what they are. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen some of them. It's just Gear Runner on there, just like it is on here. But anyway, that's the first thing I've seen, and that's going to be one of the first things I pick up. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions about this pistol in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. I don't have one yet, but hopefully soon. And if I can't answer it, I'll try to come back and answer it as soon as I get one. Again, I appreciate you watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. See you next time.